It's the National Football League on
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open is Robinson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1st and goal. A chance for an early statement here on the road. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am. And you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation. Because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Chubb diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now. Because
they'll come out throwing here on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. 2nd down and 6 now. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. That's twice now already in this 1st quarter that he's been able to knock the ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball man.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken a 13-0. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Parker. And he's going to be brought down right there at the 29-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 33. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escapes the sack. Keeps himself upright. Flush to his right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. I think that's a good example of why they've been successful this year. They're fearless on any down.
And it's interesting that this year I asked an NFL head coach about being fearless and going for it on 4th down. And he said, people have to understand, there's fearless and there's reckless. I try not to be reckless when I make a decision to go for it on 4th down. In this case, fearless wins.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Mike Evans, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Evans, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They'll look to throw here on first down. Drops it off for Chubb. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Fighting his way through contact. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Back to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They go play action here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Halftime. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the... After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he cannot get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's going to go out of bounds Evans, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw now on first down. Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Howard. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He finds his target. It's Evans. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Lions on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. And he is caught. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. Mike Evans. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking... They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them.
I got to take that. I got to make sure I win that this year. And if I lose, the only person I want to lose to is the I forgot what
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And all eyes are on Mike Evans. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Lion.
They begin this drive with Chubb. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. That complete to the former Bear, Allen Robinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. It appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back to throw again. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They'll look to throw again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
All came together for the offense on that one. A short throw that turned into a nice pickup. Big-time yardage downfield, and as a defender, against that type of a route, you'd better take the proper angles. Otherwise, that's the end result. You give up a big chunk of yardage to the offense.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. And again, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Mike Evans with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions add 6 to their lead.
Yeah, actually, here, yeah, do that. Not that I'm not having fun or anything playing this, but I would really like to just create a team. Because we couldn't, unless if it's the same thing as college football, you gotta do it.
You have to be a coach.
That's fine. Because then you can just play it like we were playing
Go on, Maki.
Yeah, you have to be a coach, and then you play the first year as the regular team, and then you change the team. You take the team and change them. Yeah, we
The
can.
rest of these, so here. Uncle Richard, I think, is for your reward.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm down. I'm down
Playing
too.
another round, I ain't giving out no more snacks.
This is it.
You okay with applesauce? Alright, that's yours. No.
You can have applesauce with your dinner,
You
okay?
lost, Marky.
Then he was saying no to Elliot.
You got your
Sorry.
first round. You got your first round win. And then
Here, let me
well,
open
I won the second round.
it. Let me open it so you don't have a mess on your fucking self.
Pick that up.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.
Why don't you find fucking right crispy? Damn.
Oh, it's this. I know what this is. This isn't actually creating your own.
Like I said, you start off as a team, and then you change the team, and you can take it to wherever you want,
Yeah.
and you create it to whatever you want.
Daddy and Uncle Richard are having a